What's up, YouTube? It's me, the Artisan MC, and today I'm going to give you my reaction review to House of the Dragon Season 3, Episode 4, Tumbleton. That is more of a mouthful than the episode to me. Now, I will say this. This episode was, to me, it felt like a nothing burger. Some things happened that we are supposed to be excited about or we're waiting to see happen. And some other things happened that were just, it really just felt boring to me. It really did. And I was thankful that the writer on this one was not the person who wrote the last episode, which was boring. But this one's pacing was just slow. It just felt like a slog that I'm going through this episode and I'm seeing these things happen, but I am feeling really nothing emotionally from any of it. Now, there are some reveals in this episode, but at the same time, I don't feel like they were very good. I can tell you, I am sick of Massaria. Massaria, I'm sick of her. I'm ready for her to go. Can somebody feed her to a dragon or something? I'm sick of hearing her advice. I'm sick of her having something to say in all of this. To me, she has less reason to be there in that small council meeting than the new master of coin. Because at least he has a skill. I'm sick of her. Every time she came on the screen, I was like, shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. I'm really not liking this character. As far as I understand, the character's not even supposed to be there anyway. So can we get back to the source material and get her out of here? Because this shit is bothering the hell out of me with her. This episode, we find out a few things, and I won't go in order because it doesn't even matter at this point. The main question that everybody wanted to know about this episode was that what was going to happen with Aegon II and Lord Larys. Now, they're on their way to Rook's Rest, and they do make it to Rook's Rest. And we do get to see Aegon II find his dragon, Sunfire. Sunfire is still where we left him. He still looked just as dead. And Aegon gets to touch on his dragon and whatnot and, give a little whimper. Now, Aegon says that Sunfire is still alive. I was waiting to see the dragon wake up. He didn't. But I was waiting to see that. I don't know how it could lay there for that damn long, which I assume has been a month at least, and not be revived in any kind of way. But this isn't Skyrim. They don't make dragon mounds out of them and they just fall asleep for a while. I don't know. If it's alive, good. If it's not, oh well, we thought it was dead anyway. Now, in Rook's Rest, there is a little bit of a dead dragon there, which is Rhaenys's dragon. And it's still there hanging over the wall, and people, I guess, have cut meat off of it or whatever. It's just there. It's another dead dragon. And Aegon II and Lord Larys actually find the person that's in charge of this place. And they are given menial jobs to do, hiding King Aegon's identity. Now, the funny part about this, and funny not in a ha-ha way, but in the ridiculous way, is Aegon doesn't like the dude that's in charge and actually shows some highborn backbone where he doesn't want to do this menial work and he won't stand for this and all the rest of this shit. But the problem with this is Aegon is a wimp. And that's not the word I wanted to say. Aegon has jellyback. Let's put it that way. Stand up for a minute, put under a little pressure, folds. This part is getting irritating to me too, because as much as this character wants to stand up and be mean and all the rest of this stuff, he has no heart for the fight. He can't scrap. He ain't packing a blade, nothing. And as soon as he bucks up and somebody steps up back to him, he's shrieking down like, okay, it's stupid. It's stupid. They might as well just have him shut up. Might as well. Because he can't do anything but get himself killed. Now, later in this episode, he has two of these moments where he bucks up to this guy who's in charge of this castle and is quickly put in his place because he cannot fight. Now, I don't know how he grew up in the castle, in the Red Keep all this time, with dragons, with the gold cloaks, with all these soldiers around, and not know how to fight. Why are you running through the countryside with the clubfoot and you don't even have a knife? He used a knife to stab that boy who didn't do anything an episode or two ago, but now he doesn't have a knife when he could have stabbed this dude right in the throat who was talking crazy to him. I'm like, it's just dumb. This is what's making it dumb to me in this episode, boring as hell. Now, the other part of this episode that was something that we were just waiting to see was Prince Daemon in the Vale talking to Lady Jane Eyre. Now, it's nice to see the Vale again. I like the moon door situation. It's an interesting throne room setup, right? Seen it before in Game of Thrones. We go back there. It's cool. They have a little conversation or whatever. She decides to pay her tribute. Daemon goes to leave with the tribute, and Caraxes is having a fit. Doesn't want to listen, flies off somewhere with Daemon on his back. They land at a cave in the side of a mountain. Daemon gets off and walks into the cave, and sure enough, his daughter rolls out the cave. Rhaena rolls out the cave, and this is the home of Sheep Stealer. When Rhaena comes out of the cave, you see that she has cut her mangy locks off, and now she has a mangy short haircut. Wonderful. Now, from what I'm seeing in this, they made her look more like the character that's supposed to be on Sheep Stealer, which is Nettle. I think that's the character's name. And from pictures that I've seen of this character, she looks just like Rhaena looks right now. So basically, they have, aside from leaving the character out to have this other bug-eyed dumb character in there, they just made this character Nettle. Because I'm sure the next part is she just takes on another name and doesn't call herself Rhaena. Because after the conversation with her father, where she kind of challenges him, and the one smart idea Daemon has, which is come back to the Red Keep, and we can explain this to Rhaenyra, and she'll have to understand, oh no, I could never face her with what I've done. What the hell did you do? You got on a wild dragon that you can't control. You technically didn't do anything because it wasn't like he could have jumped off. The dragon needs to be trained. So, as mad as Rhaenyra may have been about Jace getting killed, the dragon didn't kill Jace. The arrows did. The dragon chasing Jace, and Jace not being good with flying his dragon close to the water and getting shot with that scorpion is what brought the dragon down. Now, the dragon did kill some people, but they only killed his grandfather's people. So she should be fine. Especially since you got Mysaria in the small council wanting to blame the loss of the money on the sea snake. Look, man, That was the one idea that was smart. Everything else, Raina and Damon talked about was dumb. Was dumb. Go back with your father. Yes, you're supposed to be gone somewhere. Yes, I said that when she walked away in the veil. You're supposed to be watching some other kids. Now, where are they? Yeah, where are they taking care for? How the hell would you know? You out here running around the goddamn veil. It's dumb. She decides not to go with her father. She decides to be in exile with Sheep Stealer because now she will not be overlooked because she has a dragon. Well, how are you not going to be overlooked when you hiding in a goddamn cave because you got a dragon? You will not be overlooked. Everybody is looking for Sheep Stealer. Nobody is looking for your ass. So every time they see that dragon somewhere, somebody is going to be reporting back. And eventually, they're going to find your nappy-headed ass on top of it. Then what? You think she's not going to recognize you? Going to put some twigs and bushes in your wig? Stupid shit. This part is dumb. I'm over Raina in this damn dragon situation. I'm waiting for her and that dragon to get eaten. For real. From my understanding, there's another dragon out there that's bigger than that one too. What is it, Cannibal? I don't know if he's in the story. I don't give a shit, right? Bring on Cannibal so we can clear out some of these dumbasses with dragons because this is getting annoying. It just is. Now, Damon, having seen his daughter escape and wanting to set up to lie to his wife, Rhaenyra, not like he hasn't done it before, which makes it another stupid move they have Damon doing, is going to go back to the Red Keep with a story, but he sees a little sheep farmer down there. And I'm thinking, well, the dude got to die because he saw Damon up on that little bluff. He just saw Sheep Stealer leave. He's a witness. I thought he was dead anyway. Well, later in the episode, it shows that, yeah, he is dead. But Damon brings his head back and lies to Rhaenyra that this is the person who rode Sheep Stealer, and now he's dead in the King's vengeance, the Queen's vengeance. And now her little vendetta is over, so they'll stop looking for Sheep Stealer and not find his daughter riding on top of it. That is a dumb move. Dumb. A very dumb move. Now, that could only go bad. And in this story, it seems like they just want to pick up steam with these people doing dumb things. People who are smart enough not to make these tactical, strategic errors, just doing it just to do it. It makes no sense to me. It's not entertaining. It's just they screwing up fast and picking up steam. Like, you didn't need the throne. Really, y'all could have did this sitting on Dragonstone. The same messy shit. You didn't need the Iron Throne for this. Now, the other main beat in this is about Ormond Hightower, and him taking Tumbleton. Now, in Tumbleton, his army just starts shacking up in every house. 2 to 3 men in a house. And of course, a couple of the men that show up to go into these houses are scumbags. They own the grape. And the one we follow is in the house of Hugh Hammer's wife's brother. Well, of course, one of those soldiers, those Hightower soldiers, has been a little bit too long in the field, and he ain't seen a woman before. And he just gonna take what he wants in the middle of this house with the husband, the wife, the daughter, the young son, and this other woman. He just gonna take what he wants, give it a crocodile Dundee, and take it right in front of everybody. It goes badly. He breaks one woman's arm. Her brother punches him in the face and gets his head split. And it's just a mess. It's just a bunch of random dumb shit happening. Like, of course he's in the house, and of course he tries to get on the grape. And of course, out of 5,000 men, this is the only one who did something like that. It's stupid. Stupid. Now, Ormond, in his infinite wisdom, decides to punish the guy. He's going to geld him and break his arm and then put him to work. Because the woman's arm that was broken, she's a seamstress. She can't sew anything now. Now, Orm does this for appearances. But later, in his bid to pressure Daeron Targaryen, his ward, into taking the throne and becoming the king, he has Daeron kill him because he struck a Hightower soldier. And that is like striking him. And I'm like, that is such weak shit and so stupid. It's dumb. To me, it's dumb. It was just a useless scene to have a dragon there and turn this boy, your ward, into a damn killer. He ain't did shit to nobody. He ain't killed nothing, but now he's a straight up murderer. For what purpose? To swear his allegiance to Ormond? Ormond's raised him since a baby. He shouldn't be sitting there all conflicted. He should just do shit. Because he doesn't know any different. But him standing there being conflicted and silent makes no sense, because what other teachings has he had? Why would Ormond need to be mean to him? Outside of the fact he has a problem with him having Targaryen blood and wants him to treat it like a sin. Well, he ain't sending that dragon away, is he? Then shut the hell up. It was just dumb, dude. You want me to hate Ormond? Fine, we hate Ormond. Fine. What else? What else? Oath the White takes his simple ass back to the tavern that he's been going to forever. And sure enough, in the tavern, he meets all the people, his friends and shit like that were there, and recognize him as being a lord now or sir. Right. And like any rags to riches story where you come up a little bit in life, everybody thinks you owe them a favor now. It's your job to look out for everybody. Who wasn't looking out for you. One of the motherfuckers I thought was the one that was kicking his ass and wanted money from him. Regardless of that, Oath takes his ass to Rhaenyra and wants to ask her for favors on behalf of these other people. And it's supposed to be seen as wrong for Rhaenyra not to grant it because they were not favors in his name for him. And I'm like, yeah. This ain't no damn wishing well. You have a job to do. She is now responsible for all these people that you owe favors to? No, man, no. That's so stupid. Now, it's also dumb that she told him he can't go to the tavern anymore. Like, why the hell not? If someone sticks a knife in his belly, he's just going to be dead. Plain and simple. But since he's a dragon rider, they might not stick a knife in his belly. Maybe they'll capture him to use him. Because a dragon is a dragon is a dragon. It's always going to spit hot fire. Rider or not. But it's a little easier to control if you got the rider under your control. Like Ormon's doing with Darren. So stupid, dude. So anyway, because Ulf does not get what he wants, he tells Rhaenyra about the stuff that people are writing on the walls. And the stuff that they wrote on the walls was that she's the queen of bastards, which ain't a lie. Ulf should know that, because Ulf is a bastard. Hugh's a bastard. Adam is a bastard. Or excuse me, Alan is a bastard. Most of them sitting on the dragons right now are bastards. Even her son that died. Or excuse me, both of her sons that died are bastards. It's a true statement. Shouldn't have lied about it anyway. It is what the hell it is. So him telling her that kind of, Ulf telling Rhaenyra this kind of sets Rhaenyra off. And she wants to send her troops into town to find out who's writing this stuff and get it cleaned off the walls. Well, of course, those gold clothes roll into town doing some of the worst shit is almost, to me, worse than the one Hightower soldier on the grape. They just in town kicking in people's doors and kicking people's face in. Like, what is that? How are you going to get any information like that? How? You're just going to make people hate the queen. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's just dumb shit. It's just dumb shit. Now, the last part that's kind of dumb to me is Corlys leaves the small council to march with his troops into a battle or to chase the rivermen through the lands that got off the ships, the Triarchy, who got off the ships and just been running rampant through Westeros. He gonna chase them down and deal with them. It's like he's pouting, like he's throwing a tantrum. Now, initially, I was on board with, wow, it was wrong the way Rhaenyra did Corlys and not wanting to legitimize his sons. But then I watched a video where a woman was putting it in perspective and really remembering how much Corlys has did to not even honor that shit. Corlys stood by and watched his brother get killed by Daemon. Vaemon got his head cut off for saying exactly what Corlys said in the last episode. That them kids were bastards. And he stood there while Daemon cut his brother's head off. He had his kids on his wife that he loved so much. Then she went and got killed. He had his daughter that was Daemon's wife. Ended up getting killed too. And when everything was burned down around him and all the rest of that shit that he valued was gone, then the two sons that, was bastards, he finally wanted to claim. Good points. So him not getting what he wanted and decide he's just going to ride off and leave her without a hand of the king. Oh, Alan, you can sit in my place. Bro, do your fucking duty. What are you doing? Is that what you did when Rhaenys was alive? Just jump out on your ship and sail away? Find some chick somewhere and have a couple of bastards? Was this the equivalent of I'm going for cigarettes? This is a dumb episode. A lot of characters making some really dumb decisions that don't even make any sense. And on top of all that, I'm supposed to give a good goddamn about Rainier just kind of stressed and becoming paranoid. Paranoid for what? Because she don't know what Ormon's thinking? She don't even know him. She don't even know him. Of course you won't know what he's thinking. But why don't Mistress the Whispers go find out something? Instead of giving you shitty tactical advice. It's so damn stupid. It's just dumb. This episode was just dumb to me. Even with those little reveals that were thrown in there, the episode itself was still dumb. It took me till the episode was over to realize this is probably the midway in the season. And I can say, at this point in the week, Sunday, on the verge of a new week starting, the best mid-season show I saw this week was X-Men 97. Because that left you with a point like, wow, I don't know what the heck is going to happen next. But I can't wait to watch it. This didn't leave me like that. This left me asking the question, why am I still watching this? What else is there to be seen? More dragons flying? Some of are going to get up off the ground? Aemon going to show up again? Who the hell cares? The rest of this shit is just kind of boring. So it is what it is. I'm watching it because I'm interested in the world and the characters, but what I got this week was a nothing burger to me. It was. Characters making dumb decisions that will only compound into worse decisions. It's like, whatever, man. That's what they threw out there. That's what it was. So if it's not good, it's not good. It isn't. I thought it'd be better because it wasn't a chick writing it, but they had some of the same dumb shit in there, so I guess it doesn't matter. Anyway, that's it. That's my reaction review to House of the Dragon Season 3, Episode 4, Tumbleton. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that hype button if there's one down there. I'm not sure. And if you want to watch the full review of CMBB actually irritated, go ahead and check it out on Patreon, Shop Talk with Artisan MC. And until then, I will see you next week when we have to do this all over again. Peace.